and thank you for joining me today. Rose Ward, stampersdelight.com. Grab your coffee, grab your tea, and come stamp with me. So today I have a great, quick, well, I say quick, but a great fun fold. I absolutely love this, and we're going to get started. If you like that mug or other stamping apparel, go to stampersdelightshop.com, where you can purchase those, and we do ship globally. Just to remind everyone, we have the basics of card making going on with Donna Gray and I. That's an exclusive group. You can still join, even though we started it in January. If you're a new stamper, you will learn the basics, including our templates that we use. And even if you've been stamping for years, I'm sure there's going to be something that you either forgot, because we forget as we craft some of the first things that we learned. And I'm sure there's going to be something for you to learn. So definitely check that out. I have my paper share going on for the new annual catalog. You do need to sign up by May 5th for that. Stampin' Up! Gave us a challenge as demonstrators, and we can earn this great tote this month. And if I earn this, I am going to give it away to one lucky winner. So I'm going to pull a name from my orders this month. So get those orders in. I have my online card class. Oh my God, I can't talk today. And that is with the beautiful gallery suite, and all the links are below. So you're going to want to check that out. Also, let me just flip this for a minute. Also, we have the new rewards program starting now through Stampin' Up! And I gave away a $25 gift award yesterday to the first person that placed an order. So congratulations, Bev W. It was very easy to do. None of us like change, but I have to tell you, I placed a demonstrator order, and it really didn't seem any different, except for I got the rewards for that order like within minutes. For a customer, you need to create an account if you don't already have an account. Hopefully you're shopping with me, and as soon as you place your order and pay for it, within minutes you've got those reward points in your bucket, as I call it, to use on your next order. You get 10% rewards after $20. So if you place a $20 order, you get $2 rewards. But if you place a $100 order, you get $10 towards your next purchase. It was very easy to use. Now, for those of you that maybe are online, but you don't want to create an account, I can still place orders for you. There's several ways I can do that, and you just need to contact me. Okay? If you have any questions, you can always email me, and I will go over that with you. So let's get started. So today we are using the Celebratory Suite. Here is the stamp set and the dies. We also have these embossing folders. I'm not sure how well you can see them, but they're really cute. We have some holographic gems, some really beautiful ribbon, and of course the designer series paper, which of course mine is all cut up. Absolutely love this suite. So let me show you two cards that I've already done with that. This is not the fun fold we're doing. There you can see the embossing folder. I fussy cut that one out, that glass, because the die doesn't, but the die does cut these out. And then the second one I used all the dies to cut these pieces out and then colored them in with my blends. I used the embossing folder back there, of course, the gems and the ribbon. So let's do our fun fold today. So the first thing that you're going to need, some of this I pre-cut, is your card base, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. You're going to need another piece of white, which is 4 by 5 1/4. And don't worry, this is the PDF you'll get from my newsletter later today. We are going to cut a piece of designer series paper. I want to see if I have one already cut here, so I don't have to cut everything else up again. Let's see, maybe not. I think I'll use this sheet since it's already cut. I'm going to cut that at 4 inches, 5 1/4. And again, the PDF will be on my newsletter later today. We're going to bring in that piece of Timid Tiger. Yes, these are the new colors. And we are going to layer that right on there. We're then going to cut another piece of that Timid Tiger. And that has to be 2 inches by 9. Can you guess what I'm doing yet? I don't want to spill my coffee. I better move it over here. By 9. And then we are going to score that at 2 inches. 2 3/4, 3 1/2, and 4 1/4. Have you guessed what I'm doing? I am creating a Waterfalls card. If you've never done this, it's really not that hard. It is fun. Not kind of fun, it is fun. I'm going to burnish those really well, each one. Then I'm going to bring in 4 2x2 squares. I also have 4 1 3/4 by 1 3/4. And I'm just going to go ahead and layer those right on there now. This suite will be available online. It's not in the catalog. May 6th. You can use your liquid glue. I'm just using my Stamp and Seal. I'm then going to bring in another piece of Designer Series paper which has all of these little guys. Now, this one right here, I can cut out with the die, the same thing as this one. But first I'm going to cut that one. And I am going to fussy cut that one because the dies won't get that mint leaf. So I'm just going to take this. And I'm not worried about those leaves. This is a great way to use that corner image because you don't need the whole image. And I'm just going to fussy cut that. And you can see I'm doing it pretty quick. I'm going to leave that right there. I then want this one. Nope, I'll use this one right here since it's at the end. I'm just going to cut that around this way. I'm going to bring in my dies. Let's use that one too. Okay, I'm going to bring in the dies. I'm going to grab this die right here. Bring in my machine. Whoop. And I'm going to cut that out. There's my next one. And I'm going to go ahead and cut this one out too. have 3, but I need 4. Let's move this out of the way. So I'm going to bring those back in and take a look at what other one I want to use. And I will use this one right here. So again, I'm going to fussy cut that. So I'm just cutting these around there. And I'm just going to cut that one out. So now I have 4 of those. Let's bring these 2 in. You see these have the little ice cubes in there. So I am going to grab that stamp. I'm going to bring in my Timid Tiger. And my mat. And I'm just going to add some there. And this one is not going to show up, but I'm going to try it. Let's try it with the Timid Tiger. Yeah, it shows up. Good. So now I have the ice cubes in there. I'm going to bring those all in. And I'm going to layer these onto my squares. Let's do this one. Bringing in those 2. Now these 2 I am going to have to trim the top off because you don't want it going past that 2-inch square there. So I'm going to just put that right there. Put this one right here. And then with my paper snips, I'm going to trim that off. But you see, you can use that corner piece, and then we're just going to snip this one off. I'm then going to take this piece and a 1 by 4 1/4. That's going to go right there. I'm going to use my liquid glue for this. And once I put that down and see where I want it, towards the bottom, I'm going to take a punch, and this is my 1-inch punch, and I'm just going to punch a notch there so they know where to pull it. For this one, you slide this right in here, and that's what creates your waterfalls. While that's drying, I'm going to take this piece. Each one of these gets layered onto the notch there. So we're going to put a little glue here. Can't believe I'm using my liquid glue. I always use my Stamp and Seal. We're going to go here. We're going to go to the next one. We'll go to this one. You can also put the glue right there. And then the last one. Okay, while we're waiting for that to dry, we need another piece of white, which I didn't cut yet. So that is going to be 1 3/4. I'll do it this way. 1 3/4. And I believe, let's just double check my measurements. By 4 1/4. It already is a 4 1/4. That's perfect. We are going to stamp that in Timid Tiger. right down here that says cheers. I'm then going to grab this long one. I had a little black on that. I'm going to grab, let's see, what do I want to use here? We'll make this a purple drink. I'm going to grab my blends. This is the dark. I'm going to blend that up. Yes, with blends, you should use the Memento. I had a little Memento on there. I'm winging this. Color that all up. I'm going to bring back in the ice cubes, which I'm cheating, and I'm just cleaning that off. I'm going to grab my strawberry slush. I don't recommend you do that, but I saw Shelly do that one time. And then let's see, this is going to go right here. So I think I'm going to add, okay, we'll do this. My Memento is on the other desk because I'm doing my retreat. So we're just going to grab, oh, let's grab Blackberry Bliss. And I'm just going to add that right there. I'm not sure how much I'm going to see of that. So let's do this. You can use your other inks for the blends, but some of them will bleed. So you really want to use the Memento. But I do, on occasion, use the darker colors like Blackberry Bliss. Okay, then what I'm going to do is I am going to glue this down right here. And then you see how it's coming together. I'm going to grab a couple more sentiments here. We are going to grab, let's see, we have To You, It's Your Day, Let's Celebrate. So let me bring in this. I have a couple little pieces here. Let's use these up. They're very tiny, so you will have to cut those. But I got lots of scraps here, so we're going to use those. I'm going to bring in my Timid Tiger. I'm going to stamp this one with Let's Celebrate. It's Your Day. This one's really big. I'll put it up there. To You. I'm going to snip those little guys off. I don't really cut that straight, but these are so tiny that it should work. They would be so small in the paper trimmer. Okay. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in liquid glue because it's very small. Let's celebrate. The next one, I'm going to actually cut that off. I want just the U. Let's celebrate you. It's your day. This is why I use my glue press usually, because I get liquid glue all over me. Okay, so now you have let's celebrate you, it's your day, and then cheers. So let's go ahead and add that onto the card. You're going to slide that right through here. And then what you're going to do is on this piece, we are going to add some liquid glue. And we're going to lay that down. We're going to let that dry. And then I'm going to take this one right here. And I want this to say happy birthday, and the sips and cheers and sips doesn't have that. So I am grabbing the right words. Absolutely love this set. This is just a stamp set. It's got all the sentiments you need. To someone worth celebrating every single day, happy birthday. Those are the two I'm going to use. I haven't even put those together yet, as you can see. I'm going to grab this one. And the way I put mine on straight is I line it up on my glass mat. And then we'll do the happy birthday. I'm going to bring in the little mint leaf. I think I used, wait a minute, I think I used the little strawberry. That I'm going to use the strawberry slush. Then I'm going to take my Stampin' Seal and add that to the back. And then when you pull it, and you can also add a piece of ribbon, which I think I might, you pull that. This one did not want to, wait a minute. Let's make sure that, there we go. And we're going to pull that so we have the waterfalls. Just be careful that things don't stick up. There we go. Once you do this a few times, the waterfalls will, that one's got to glue down. There we go. Okay. Ta-da! Okay, so let's finish this card off, and then I'll show you some more. Look at that. I love that. All right. Let's put this back together real quick. I should let that dry a little bit more. While it's drying, I'm going to grab a piece of that ribbon. I'm going to take my Stampin' Seal. I'm going to add that right there. You're going to add it close by or over on the side. I'm going to do it on the side. I'm going to bring in those gems. And my Take Your Pick tool. there, I have a great Waterfalls card. Now I'm going to go easy with this one because I really want to make sure that's dry. Ta-da! So let me show you. Do you like that? Let me show you two others that I did. Actually, I have 3 others. I got carried away. This one, I used those little tiny images on that designer series paper, and I fussy cut those out. And I also embossed those with that embossing folder. That one I didn't stamp on the back. I'm going to sign it right here. So that's just a different idea for you. The first one I did, I used the ribbon to use the pull. So you can add that ribbon. And what I did was I stapled it. Let's see, I stapled that. So you can also do that. This one, I tried to cut it a little wider. So I think this is like 2.5. But I found that it pulls too much here. It pulls this, and I embossed this piece here, and it really does pull too much. You see how it's not pulling down as easy as I'd like. So I decided to go with the original. You see that? Because it's too wide. So I don't recommend that. So that's just an oops to show you what not to do. So there are the 3 Waterfalls cards. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, let me bring in the other cards that I've done with this. I'm not done with this set yet. I absolutely love it. And I could see this for a great scrapbook page when you're out drinking with your friends. The other thing, real quick, I want to show you, I played around with the new notes and totes. And I made this card because we are getting ready to go to Disney on our Stampin' Up! Trip. Disclaimer, only 1% of demonstrators earn this trip. But you can see the notes and totes is adorable. With that little tote, I can stick more in there, maybe a little candy. And you'll be seeing more of this bundle in the weeks to come. I hope you enjoyed today's fun fold. Thank you so much for tuning in. Next week, I will be off. Next weekend, I will be off because I have my retreat, but I still post on Facebook samples, so you're going to want to check that out. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, share my videos, and have a great Easter, everyone. Keep on stamping, Stampers. Bye.